Numbers chapter 21. Defeat of the Canaanite king of Arad. When the Canaanite king of Arad, who ruled in the arid southern plain, heard that the Israelites were coming on the Atharim road, he fought against Israel and took some of them captive. Then Israel made a solemn promise to the Lord and said, "If you give the people into our hands, we will completely destroy their city." The Lord heard the voice of Israel and handed the Canaanites over. They completely destroyed them and the cities. So the name of the place was called Horma. The bronze snake healing power. They marched from Mount Hor on the road on the Red Sea, rode around the land of Edom. The people became impatient on the road. The people spoke against God and Moses. "Why did you bring us up from Egypt just to kill us in the desert, where there is no food or water? We detest this miserable breed." So the Lord sent poisonous snakes among the people, that they bit the people. Many of the Israelites died. The people went to Moses and said, "We've sinned, for we spoke against the Lord and you. Pray to the Lord so that he will send the snakes away from us." So Moses prayed for the people. The Lord said to Moses, "Make the poisonous snake and place it on a pile. Whoever is bitten can look at it and live." Moses made a bronze snake and placed it on the pole. If a snake bit someone, this person could look at the bronze snake and live. March around Moab. Then the Israelites marched, and they camped at Obrith. They marched from Obrith and camped at Atharim in the desert on the border of Moab toward the east. From there they marched and camped in the Zia ravine. From there they marched and camped across the Arnon in the desert that extends from the border of Armades, for the Arnon was the border of Moab, between Moab and the Armades. For this reason, the scroll of the Lord's war says, I know I'm going to get some of these words wrong, so please bear with me. Hormah in Subha and ravines, the Arman and the ravines that extends to the settlement of Ar, and lie among the border of Moab. From there they marched into Beer, the well where the Lord said to Moses, gather the people and I will give them water. The Israelites sang this song. Well, flow up, sing about it. The well that the officials dug, that the officials of the people hollowed out with the ruler's scraper and their staves. They marched from the desert of Matah, from Matah to Naphtali, from Naphtali to Bamoth, from Banath to the valley in Moabite countryside to the top of Piash overlooking Jesmon. Wars against Sion and Og. Then the Israelites sent message to Sion the Israelite king, let us pass through your land. We won't turn aside into a field or vineyard. We won't drink from your well. We will walk on the king's highway until we cross your border. But Sion wouldn't allow the Israelites to cross his border. Sion gathered his people and went out to meet the Israelites in the desert. When he came to Jahaz, he attacked the Israelites. The Israelites struck him down with their swords and took possession of his land from Armon to Jabbok, as far as the Amalekites were from the border of Amalekites was fortified. The Israelites took all these cities. Then the Israelites settled in the cities of Amalekites in Heshbon and all its villages. Now Heshbon was the city of Zion, the Arad king, who had fought against the former king of Moab. He had taken all his land from him as far as Armon. Therefore the poets say, come to Heshbon, let it be built. Let the city of Zion be established. Fire went from Heshbon flames from Zion city. It consumed Arad and swallowed up the shrines of the Arad. You are doomed, Moab. You are destroyed. People of Chemosh. He gave his sons as fugitives and his daughters as captives. The Amorite king Sihon, yet we have thrown them down, destroyed them from Heshbon to Dibon. We brought ruin until Nobah, which is by Medeba. Verse 31. Israelites settle in the land of the Amalekites. Moses sent spies to Dizar. They captured its villages and took possession of the Amalekites who were there. Then they turned and assisted the road of Mashhan Og. Mashhan's king came out at Edom to meet them in battle, he and all his people. The Lord said to Moses, "Don't be afraid of him, for I have handed over all his people and his land. Do to him as you did to Zion, the Amorite king who ruled in Heshbon." They slaughtered Og, his sons, and all his people until there were no survivors. Then they took possession of the land. Thank you for listening to this chapter, even though I know I butchered some of it. Thank you and God bless.